Today we know Charles Bukowski as a prolific writer who used his poetry and prose to depict the depravity of urban life and the downtrodden in American society. A cult hero, Bukowski relied on experience, emotion, and imagination in his work, using direct language and violent and sexual imagery. Over the course of 30 years, Bukowski published an astonishing number of collections of poetry and prose, as well as many novels. The captain of a low-life odyssey, Bukowski accomplished something rare. He produced a large, completely distinctive, widely beloved body of work. Since his death in 1994, Bukowski has been the subject of a number of critical articles and books about both his life and writings. Besides his success and fame as a novelist and writer today, it is worth mentioning that for decades during his life, he got rejected by almost every magazine, newspaper, journal, agent, and publisher he submitted to. Most of his life was nothing but a blur of alcohol, drugs, gambling, and prostitutes. And after a lifetime of failure and self-loathing, it was only at the age of 50 when Bukowski would finally make it as a novelist and poet, and his work got the attention of public eye. Stories like Bukowski are the bread and butter of our cultural narrative. Bukowski's life embodies the American dream. A man fights for what he wants, never gives up, and eventually achieves his wildest dreams. We all look at stories like Bukowski's and say, see, he never gave up, he never stopped trying, he always believed in himself, he persisted against all the odds and made something of himself. It is then strange that on Bukowski's tombstone, the epitaph reads, "Don't try." This definitely gets a lot of people confused, that a person who worked hard all his life and achieved something after years of struggle is suggesting us to not try. See, it's not that Bukowski didn't try, it's that he didn't try to be something that he wasn't. He tried to be a writer, but he didn't try to want to be a writer. Nor did he try to write what he wanted to write. He just did it and kept on doing it. Despite his book sales and the fame, Bukowski was a loser. He knew it, and his success stemmed not from some determination to be a winner, but from the fact that he knew he was a loser, accepted it, and then wrote honestly about it. He never tried to be anything other than what he was. Today in our society, where we are too obsessed with ideologies of trying and working too hard in achieving goals and pursuing professions which we really don't desire or enjoy in our hearts, the philosophy of Bukowski tells us to find in our lives a simple ability to be completely honest with ourselves and pursue for goals and ambitions for which we don't have to try, but we jump right into them beyond all odds. If the thought of not doing your thing hurts more than the thought of potentially suffering through the process for it, if the thought of life without it or never having tried it at all terrifies you, if it comes to you, through you, out of you, almost if you're not trying, then Bukowski also said, if you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. Do subscribe and hit the like button if you like this video, and don't forget to share your favorite quote from Bukowski in the comment section.